Thank you for stopping by our studios. A lot of people come by to hear my story, and Dee Dee's story about our miracles. Shall I tell mine first? Very well. Once I had an impediment.
You know, once I had an impediment.
I was under major stress.
I was under great stress.
I was blind.
I was deaf.
A dark, deep.
It was a deep, dark,
dark disability. Yes, it was very bad, I fear.
See, I could not hear you, see.
Could not see. I was considered an invalid.
An invalid.
My eyes were not open.
My ears were not unstopped.
And the glory of the Lord have not yet been revealed. People look down on me.
You don't know where they looked.
Other young men who studied their bar mitzvah.
I studied my bar, you know, to become
But
wiser.
I was scorned.
I mourned.
I was warned. Keep to your proper place with the other misfits, my father said.
Time passed. I didn't hear of any job openings.
Couldn't see my way clear to find a job. So my father disowned me.
Say, do you have issues with your past? You seem to be carrying a lot of luggage.
Baggage, moron.
Who, your father?
I just think he could have named me something better than the man born blind.
Get over it.
Easy for you to say. I bet you have an appropriate name.
Oh, in fact, I do.
What does DD stand for?
Deaf and dumb.
I see. I was reduced to becoming a blundering beggar, bearing my bodily burden, badgered, belittled, badmouthed, and bamboozled.
The priest declared that
I was born deaf because my mother and father had sinned. For shame.
Forsooth.
We're talking Eugene O'Neill here, not so much Shakespeare.
Sorry.
It was a sad tale.
A moon for the misbegotten.
A long day's journey into night.
Silent.
Because I also had sinned, I got myself quickly to a synagogue.
It seemed logical to me.
Alas, the synagogue
It was a gog at my sin.
I was an obnoxious outcast.
Outcast.
The first to be voted off.
The island of Israel.
Israel's not an island.
Outback.
Outback the synagogue.
I was lost and cut off from God's people.
Lost and cut off from God. I was penitentially pitiful. Parked myself on my pitiful pallet.
Unless someone had already parked in the handicap spot.
Begged for alms,
Handouts.
contributions, checks, money orders,
orders,
credit cards, debit cards, cash, Lear, or frequent flyer miles.
Mostly, they gave disgruntled looks.
Judgmental contempt.
Pious insults.
They'd even walk up to my pallet and spit.
Spitted.
Ugh, spat. Sometimes, word would get out that a traveling magician was coming to town.
Great crowds would gather toward the main road, bringing their children to be blessed.
Also their possessions, even their livestock to be blessed.
I always thought the neighbors would put us sick folk up front.
Horses behind. Once, when I heard a healer was coming, I tried to make my way to the town square.
How could I hear that the crowd had formed and was surging towards us?
At the intersection, someone yelled, "Stop! Look!"
Listen!
Alas, I could not.
I was crushed in a human stampede.
Bruised inside, wounded pride, rawhide.
I was crushed, lost in the crowd.
Lost and left behind.
Actually, I was hit on the right behind.
Suddenly, hark! I heard footprints.
Hark, I saw footsteps.
Somebody said the healer was coming. They said he was called Rabbi, which being interpreted means healer of the eye.
It does not.
What then?
Well, rabbi sounds like ribeye. Delicious means he's a butcher.
I don't know what it means.
He eluded the crowd and came to find me.
Finally, someone seemed to care.
We were so hopeful for what he might do. He stepped up and then
He spat!
on us.
No, you said he spat on the dirt and made clay.
He put his spit on my tongue.
Crude! He put the clay on my
He
eyes.
put his fingers in my ears.
Crude! We were used to being mistreated.
But then he opened his mouth.
He spoke. Suddenly, there was a tremendous crash, like nothing I'd ever seen before. You've never heard anything before.
You'd never seen anything before.
That's my point.
That's my point.
Now I could.
Now I could too.
That was his point. Who could do such miracles except God himself?
We bit the dust and worshipped him.
Finally, we'd be like the others. He said,
No siree, verily.
no, verily. He said, verily. Many are lost and do not even recognize. Do not be like them, for while seeing, they do not see, and while hearing, they do not hear. Which, being interpreted, means
they don't know how to do the do of life.
how to behold beauty or discern truth.
How to hear the notes of grace in a belly bust. No, in a bully's boast.
Sometimes, when you get it all, you don't get it at all. But you, God said, let your light so shine before men that they may see
And hear.
your good works. So we went to work. We personally experienced his creative work
Yeah, we spit shine all over him.
and hope to be like him.
Seriously, we spit shine everything.
We hope it shows how grateful we are. I once was lost.
But now I'm found.
Was blind, but now I see. So, I opened an art gallery,
I opened a concert hall.
dedicated to the glory of God.
Let he who has
Let him who have eyes see.
ear.